As one of 8 children, Lila Rose never even knew about abortion until she was 9 years old and found a book in her parents' home.
Yeah, I actually saw in that book abortion victim photography. So you can actually see in the first trimester a human child with arms and legs, a beautiful face, who's killed by the most dominant, the most prevalent abortion procedure, suction abortion. And I remember seeing this child who'd been killed in the first trimester and thinking, how can we be allowing this? How can we allow this to go on?
Those haunting images stuck in her mind. And at just 15, in her family's living room, Lila started Live Action as a way to educate young people about the evils of abortion.
Because I was really convinced that if people just knew the facts about fetal development, about the violence of abortion, and they saw the bigger picture, then we can change our culture to be pro-life.
What does it mean when we have a Supreme Court that has made the killing of the most defenseless among us a constitutional right?
While Lila and her team spoke to any audience that would listen, it seemed they weren't making a difference. The team then realized the real truth about abortion wasn't being told. So they decided to go undercover.
But I said I was 13. My boyfriend was 31.
Yeah.
And they said, don't worry, we won't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
In her book, Fighting for Life, Lila shares how she posed as a pregnant 13-year-old in a Planned Parenthood waiting room and tried to talk another young pregnant girl out of her abortion.
I said, how about we both just get out of here? I was desperate to get her to leave. And, she said no. And there was this complete despondency that overcame her. And then a clinician came into the waiting room and called her in and, saw the door close. And it's just the sense of desolation. We're fighting to save lives, but we lose lives as we go.
Fortunately, there are many more stories of Lila and her team saving lives.
We get emails regularly from young mothers who say, I'm having my baby. I was going to have an abortion, but I saw your video. I saw this, this content on social media, and I realized I couldn't go through with the abortion. And to know that you're helping to save a life, there's no greater honor or joy.
Today, Live Action has the most engaged following of any online pro-life organization in the world. Just look at the totals. Over 1.2 billion lifetime video views, over 5 million followers, and a weekly reach of 14 to 18 million people. What really made Live Action famous, so to speak, was when a former member went undercover and exposed how Planned Parenthood bought body parts of aborted babies.
At the Planned Parenthood where we work, we do collect fetal tissue.
What David Daleiden and the Center for Medical Progress documented was absolutely horrific. Planned Parenthood executives bartering and selling the body parts of the children they kill. It was found that they're actually requesting, male fetuses for harvesting for $12,000. I mean, really horrific sale of children. And yet Planned Parenthood still operates. Planned Parenthood's still getting over $500 million in taxpayer money.
Lila tells CBN that's due to Planned Parenthood's political connections and established history.
They have, billions of dollars. They have invested tens of millions of dollars in different election cycles. They have deep pockets and friends in high places. And so we have a lot of work to do.
And as for legalized abortion,
I think that Roe v. Wade's days are absolutely numbered. It's bad law, built on bad premises. It falsely dehumanized the child, pretended the child didn't exist. And I think with the new Supreme Court, it's going to be a matter of time before it is overruled.
Lila recently became a mother herself and says that only makes her more passionate in her fight for life.
I talk about this in the book because the mission, I think, ultimately within the mission is family. And I am so privileged and grateful to have my own family now, marrying my husband, having my first son, and the joy that comes from that and the conviction that is even stronger from that, I think serves the pro-life mission.
She says the message of fighting for life is simple.
You're needed. God has a plan for your life specifically to help shape our world for the better and to be changed from within as well. And, you can help save lives. You can help change this nation to be more just and more loving. It is possible, and the fight requires all of us.
Wendy Griffith, CBN News.
Well, Lila Rose's book is called Fighting for Life, and you can get it wherever books are sold. And, watching Lila's story there, I think a lot of people know she's the face and the brain trust behind this organization. but that she went undercover as a young teen to start to expose what was going on. The courage she has in fulfilling God's vision for her is remarkable.
Yeah, it's really almost a mandate from heaven, I feel like, but also a wake-up call to all of us. I thought it was shocking that the undercover piece that she talked about that someone else from her organization did with Planned Parenthood revealed what it did. You heard the people say, I mean, that they wanted it to buy cars for themselves.
Didn't change much of anything.
Well, actually, the people who got in trouble were the people who went undercover because they were undercover and people were on camera without knowing it, but nothing done about the fact that these people were very upfront about what they were doing. I mean, I just don't understand how that passed.
And the growth of her organization, as it started in her living room at 15, it's like the kingdom is like a mustard seed, right?
Yes,
Don't despise the small beginnings. Incredible.
And you know, here's the other thing about that. You can't always change everything we'd like to change in our culture like that.
True.
You have to stay the course, you know? You have to stay focused on what the vision and the call for your life is for all of us as believers to stand up for righteousness. Don't let discouragement rob you of that command, that opportunity, really.
Hello, I'm Gordon Robertson. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more encouraging videos like this one. Welcome to the 700 Club Interactive family, and God bless you.